So I'm on the road right now, currently at Texas Mecca, the Buckies. Got the news around Cam Akers, so I wanted to make a quick little video here on YouTube just with my thoughts. And I made a quick short about it, but just a little bit more thoughts around it. Before I get going, though, let me know, Buckies, have you been? Yes or no? Best thing to get at Buckies. Also, let me know your top item to get at Buckies on a road trip. Was visiting my mom's in Houston. Came back. I've had a lot of car trouble along the way. Had a messed up tire. My back trunk won't open. So, yeah, it's been quite the road trip. But we're still moving on, and now we're talking a little Texans football, talking a little Cam Akers. So, like I said in my short, I really thought the Texans were going to end up trying to sign Dalvin Cook. I mean, he works out with Justin Allen, who worked out with a ton of Texans. CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, Mechie. A lot of those guys work out with Justin Allen, and so does Dalvin Cook. And the Texans had been rumored to be wanting to add to this running back room ever since the draft. I mean, they drafted Jawar Jordan out of Louisville, and they went ahead and traded for Joe Mixon this offseason. But it seemed like the Texans weren't done adding along that running back depth chart just yet. They went ahead today and signed Cam Akers. Don't have the contract details in front of me, but if I'm guessing, 1-year deal around league minimum. You know, I don't see it being a big contract at all, even though I didn't see Malik Fisher getting a 3-year deal, the UFL defensive end, but there that went. But my original reaction to Cam Akers was just depth. I don't know if he even makes the team per se, because you have two running backs in Dameon Pierce and Joe Mixon, who I think make the squad. I think Ogunbowale adds a lot to you for special teams. And then you have Jawar Jordan, the rookie, the late round pick. So that's 4 already if they decide to keep Ogunbowale and Jawar Jordan. So I don't think they would keep 5. And I don't know if he pushes out either Jaws or Ogunbowale. So we'll have to see his spot in camp. Training camp obviously just started this week. I'm going to try to head down in a week or two to go catch a practice. But let me know your instant reaction to the Texans signing Cam Akers, former Vikings, former Rams running back. He had a lot of promise. And, I mean, he was really good in the Sean McVay-style offense, which Texans offensive coordinator Bobby Slowik runs a very similar style offense to that. You know, the Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan style offense. Cam Akers did really well in that style of offense. He just couldn't stay on the field. He was consistently hurt throughout his time with the Rams. And then last year with the Vikings, didn't really give them that much either. So I don't know if he makes the squad, but I mean, the Texans just adding more bodies at camp. At worst, it's just another option to see what you have in that running back room and see if you can maybe add another piece to this offense. Besides that, I would say throughout Texans training camp, everything's looked pretty good with CJ Stroud. This offense, I'm really happy with the progression of these wide receivers. The wide receiver room looks absolutely disgusting so far with Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and John Mechie has looked fantastic as well. Really excited for, you know, the first preseason game, August 1st, Hall of Fame game. I cannot wait to see what happens with this Texans roster and who they end up keeping on this team. DeMeco Ryans, Nick Caserio, they'll have a lot to consider with this Texans offense. I mean, other news has been Blake Fisher, obviously the second-round pick out of Notre Dame. He's been stepping in at left tackle for Laramie Tunsil, who had, you know, a knee scope surgery this offseason. They're playing it safe. You know, he's their best offensive lineman by far. So they want to make sure that he's good to go. Use your left tackle, the blind side blocker for CJ Stroud. They want to make sure he's good to go to start the year. But it's a good sign that Blake Fisher's stepping in, the young kid that they drafted out of Notre Dame. He's played predominantly on the right side for the Fighting Irish, but I think the Texans implement him as a swing tackle on both sides, so that is pretty good news. I mean, besides that, Kenyon Green looks fantastic as well. He looks way much better, way more in shape. I mean, if you go and see a side-by-side picture of Kenyon Green from his rookie season to now, he looks like a different person. Like, he looks way more physically fit. He looks like he's in better shape. He looks like he's ready to go this year. So I'm excited to see what he can bring at the left guard position. You obviously have Juice Scruggs right now projected to start at center. And then you have Shaq Mason and Titus Howard on the right side, who, knock on wood, hope Titus Howard can stay healthy this year after signing that big extension last year. I didn't realize this until I read something. Titus Howard is actually top 5 in paid Texans going into next season. I believe Laramie Tunsil's 1, but I think it's Laramie Tunsil, Nico Collins, and then Titus Howard is number 3 on top salaries for the Texans going into next year. So he's getting paid. He's getting a lot right now. So hopefully he can make the most of that, and he can prove everybody wrong that he did deserve that money. He does deserve to be paid like one of the top right tackles in the league, and the Texans will have a solid offensive line, a healthy offensive line all this season. Now, obviously, I'm on the road, don't have all my graphics. I'm literally outside of a Buc-ee's right now, like I said. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, though. Any time of the day, anytime I can, if there's Texans news, if there's Texans rumors, I'm going to try to bring it to you. I'm going to try to get you the most up-to-date Texans content that I possibly can here on the channel. I'm doing the best that I can. So make sure, if you haven't already, go down and hit that sub button. Make sure you turn on your notifications, so whenever we have a breaking news video, whenever we have, you know, news and rumors videos. Also, I'm trying to do more live watch parties this year. It's like a tailgate-like atmosphere during Texans games. So I want to bring you more Texans content. I want to bring you more Texans stuff. The only way I can do that, though, is if you hit the sub button, you turn on those notifications, and you just help me support the channel and help us grow, because we are one of the fastest growing Texans channels on YouTube for good reason. It's because viewers like you. Y'all are the best. I really do appreciate y'all. Final thoughts around this. I really hope they continue making moves in free agency. I hope they do sign Justin Simmons. We talked about the report from Yahoo yesterday around, you know, the Texans could be interested in Justin Simmons. They're playing Jalen Petrie more in the nickel. So what does that mean for the safety room? Does that mean there's an opening on that back end for free safety, Kalen Bullock maybe? Or do they bring in somebody like a Justin Simmons, or sneaky signing? And I know one of my commenters, he's always telling me, you don't say it enough, Quandre Diggs. So I would say good signing by the Houston Texans, good signing overall. Like I said, outside of a Buc-ee's, with this Texans breaking news as soon as it happens. So bringing you a video as soon as I can. Sorry, my beautiful wife just walked in and she's looking at me like I'm crazy. But I just had to make a quick video around this Texans news because it just happened and we stopped at a Buc-ee's. So had to give it to you. So until next time, thank you all for watching this video, and make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button.